Okay, this is called front hip or hip flexor in a doorway. I'm going to show you two little details here. Put your arms up high, stride your feet across the threshold, and make sure that your back foot is straight or slightly turned in. I start by moving forward through my hips. I'm using the doorway not only to hold on and keep balance, but to elongate those hip flexor muscles that actually attach way up in the spine. Then I'm going to stay forward and I'm going to go right and left. The doorway helps me keep balance, right and left. This is great for your spine as well, and even your shoulders. Then I'm going to move circles, circles, just like that, circles, change directions. I'm lubricating, heating, softening, nourishing my hip. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn into that leg. Turn toward the front leg, rotating my back hip. I'm going to change directions, turn into this leg. Make sure your back foot doesn't spin. It's going to want to spin. Keep it from spinning, just like that. Now here's another detail here. If I place my hands up, I go forward with my hips and I reach over to the wall, hold on to the wall, reach forward. You're going to get a great stretch through this side flank and hip. Good. And then I stay forward and I go laterally, just little lateral motions. That's a really big stretch through there. I'm going to change sides, reach over, go forward. You're not going to feel this as much in the side, but it's great to nourish that joint from the other side. And then go laterally, and laterally, and laterally. Very good. Okay, switch legs. Move forward through the hips. Move forward through the hips. Make sure your back foot is straight or slightly turned in. It's going to want to turn out as you go. Now notice I'm not counting. I'm sort of feeling. If I have to give you a number, it's about 5 to 7. I'm going to go right and left. The doorway allows me to stay stable, pushing my hips as far as I could. Now if I wasn't holding on, I wouldn't be able to get my hips as far as I can as I'm holding on. Circles through the hips. Feel those tight edges of the circle. Push into them. Change directions. Circles through the hips. Very good. I'm going to turn into it now. Into it. I'm rotating my back hip socket. It's very important to get that kind of action. I'm going to turn the other way. Make sure your back foot doesn't spin. Try and keep some weight on that back heel. Okay, now I'm going to reach up and over, really feeling this stretching, rocking forward. Rocking forward. I'm holding on to the molding of the door. And then I'm going to push side. Go laterally, and laterally, and laterally. Now I'm going to switch sides, over and forward. You're not going to feel the same stretch here, but it's really doing some great stuff at the groin. And then I'm going to go laterally for 2 more. And last one. Very good.